Excuse me. Test, test. Test, test. Testing. Testing. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. All right, we are back with more Quantum Break. We are still Act 2, Part 2. We just got done reading the first act of Time Knife, a screenplay that was basically hidden as a collectible in this game, and it is fantastic. It is, if you didn't see the other episodes, it is literally a character in the game is writing a fan fiction about his boss, about his bosses, and himself. Um, and he sent it to one of the bosses. I guess I'm assuming he has a crush on because her name Sophia is like Sophia's Amaral, and the love interest was Sophia. But he sent it to her to get like some advice on the scientific stuff. But there's no scientific stuff at all. It's literally just an action movie of him beating the shit out of his boss and trying to be the big hero. Definitely worth the time it took to read that. Um, I knew there was like there's supposed to be some hidden gems, but they bury it under so much like world building emails that it's kind of meh uh, to sit down and read through all of it. But the emails have been painting a little bit better picture of the world for us, and that was just a nice little treat to have this huge long email. It was just a screenplay. But we're back now. We'll continue through Act 2, and then watch the episode, and then we'll take it from there. See, she's done loading. Alright, one last thing to do. Just share. Alright. That's that shared there.
Nick, you still there? Shit.
Sad playing. Alright, so this is exactly where we left off. And I need to go this way. I think we read this one. This is the nothing changes we move forward. Yep, we read that one last episode. It's interesting that like we found Time Knife here, but we can't re-click on it. Alright. That's blocked. Where can I pick that up? I guess I have this. Well, that's loud.
HQ, we just heard an explosion near the harvesting perimeter.
Yeah, take a wild guess who that could have been.
Charlie, get off the line. Striker team, take defense positions around ground zero.
Roger.
Wait, there's something going on here. I guess I can't go back. Maybe it's just a time thing. Oops. Need to... Hey, welcome to the stream. Let's go... Changing some options here real quick. There we go. Alrighty. Still making sure, see if I can find all the collectibles that are in the game. I don't think there's anything here.
I recognized Will's workshop as soon as I saw the old billboard on top.
The area we refer to as ground
What billboard?
zero.
It was clear that the workshop was at the center of the Monarch operation. I wanted
Let's
to
see
see
the
what was
billboard.
in there, and it seemed to be the only way to the dry docks and Serene.
Got the word. Safeguard squad's checking out that explosion. Striker team is establishing a defensive perimeter around ground zero.
An entire striker team? For one guy?
University incident got HQ wetting their pants. The kid's gonna get torn apart like a goddamn pin.
Boom. Oh, fuck. Get down. I stand around too long.
No.
Got both. Good. Ooh, not that guy. I'll get there.
Backup approaching green zone. Engaging target.
Uh-oh. That can't be good. Where the hell did they shoot me from? Oh, goddamn. Oh, the car blew up. Ooh, that hurt. Come on, cat. If you're gonna jump up here, jump up here. Alright. Okay.
Stay sharp! We're not alone!
Can I still pick up the gun? They can.
Move in! Friendly can't move! Take cover! Get clear! Visual!
You gonna monitor the chat there, cat?
Backup approaching green zone. Engaging target.
Oh, shit. Carbine rifle, hell yeah.
Thanks for the heads up.
We're experiencing signs of an incoming stutter.
I want the choice contained before that stutter hits.
Green zone is compromised. Air cannons on hold with more backup. Hang in there. Approaching. Gate's locked. Ah, screw it. I'm coming through.
Okay. Stutter hit.
Nice driving, guys.
I'll go through here. And I'll jump through here. Oh. People here aren't affected.
Paul developed technology for his men to move through stutters. We knew the fracture would occur. Prepared for it. Holy shit. And he never tried to stop it.
Where is he? Oh, I see. If I destroy their equipment. Where the fuck is he coming from?
Will never told you what he did in that workshop at Ground Zero?
No, never. He hid that part of his life from me. Nothing prepared me for the weirdness that was waiting there. And even that was just a prelude to the bad stuff that would follow in that same place later.
Okay, is there anything here for me to pick up? I got his rifles. It wants me to go that way. Alright. All their tech. I'll say I like the effects, man. When people do time travel right, it works really well. Alright. Looks like I found her. There's nothing around here to find. Just guns, explosives.
It's the only way forward.
Huh?
Absolutely no entry. I'm pretty sure that's more of a guideline than a rule.
Okay.
What
Whoa.
the hell?
Is that me?
What is this? What the hell? What is this? That
Huh.
already happened.
Cat, don't even think about it.
What the fuck?
This is where time breaks.
I specifically requested copper-clad niobium.
Well, there's no words to describe it. Will was gone, but he was all around me. This entire secret life he'd never talked about. Everything he tried
This
to protect
research,
me
you
from,
didn't even talk to him though.
it surrounded him.
I think this is where like their narrative got a little bit mixed up
Puzzle.
because
Trapped in broken time.
the main character didn't talk to his own brothers. It's not like his brother hid it from him. It's he never fucking did
We
anything.
all thought he wasted his research grant, his career, obsessing over some failed experiment. That's what he led us to believe. What he built there, it never failed.
That's the problem. Like there really is no practical use for time travel. Okay. Guess I go up here.
Need my grant extended another year. Please, don't do this. Hello?
CRT monitors. Do what you gotta do. Sleeping in his lab.
Countermeasure.
I hope to God this works.
Will. It's gone.
Come with me.
Who's that?
You're the only other one who's seen what I've seen.
Is that me? That was some craziness.
I knew something went horribly wrong there, but it was scrambled. It's impossible to crack.
The days are still flashing by. Alright. It disappeared. Dun dun dun. Huh.
It was overwhelming. Every unanswered question I had was compounded by what I'd seen at that workshop. The events at the university were part of something much bigger. Something that had started 17 years ago.
Okay, dry dock. Get to the dry dock. I'm almost there. Gotta get to Paul.
Wait, can I go back? Or was that just like... see, it happened until I get through the blocked area. There's a computer. Okay. Alright, trespasser alert from Charlie. Trespasser alert. Mark team leads. Nick Masters escaped containment and is in the goddamn security station. Who's the fucking meathead responsible for watching over the university witnesses? Consider yourself your contract terminated. How some spindly cab driver managed to get past you guys is beyond me, but he's casually checking Facebook on a high security Monarch terminal. Yes, Facebook. That's how safe that he feels right now. Coverage on his location immediately before he figures out how to do some actual damage. Oh, remember Jack Joyce, the guy who we're supposed to have apprehended? Yeah, he's still shooting his way through their entire operation. Get your shit together. Charlie. Why does it say get your shit together? Oh, get your shit together. There's 3 sentences. Charlie is just a little power-hungry piece of shit, ain't he? Alright.
I refuse to leave while Jack's still here. I need to contain him.
Paul, your condition is critical. The stress. If you don't receive your treatment, what could happen? Come to the island right now. The treatment will be waiting for you. You will be back in top condition by the time the Gala starts.
I don't like it, but you're right. Always looking out for me. Ready to change.
Was that like a time thing I was supposed to see or something? Come on. There we go. Stop that, Jack. Gosh. Yeah, I must have missed something. Oh well. Oh, there's bad guys. Bunch of them. A laptop. Come on. I got him barely.
Chronon syndrome. He'd had his powers much longer than me. What was the cause? Was I sick as well, or was it his time travel? I didn't know. It didn't make anything he'd done any less hateful.
Let's read this email. Let's see if there's 2 emails. The weird thing about this is, like, when you do your emails in conversation mode in like Outlook, your bottom email is the most recent and the top one's the oldest. And it's really weird that it's set up this way because this has such huge Microsoft product set it up that way. Must be how the studios at Remedies have their email set up. Alright, so Sophia Amaral from Fiona Miller, Dr. Kim's lab, and Serena's treatment. Serene's treatment. Yeah, because he's Paul Serene. Dr. Amaral, would it be possible for me to gain access to Dr. Kim's lab in order to search for any files that might assist in our research? I'm concerned about the slow process in developing a permanent cure for Paul Serene's Crohn's syndrome. The treatments are only a temporary solution. I know that Dr. Kim was close to discovering a cure at the time of his death. I know that you used this lab to administer Paul Serene's treatment, but if I could borrow your key card during the gala tonight, perhaps I could investigate this further while everyone is occupied with other matters. Fiona Miller. Fiona, I share your concern. Paul's treatments are becoming increasingly ineffective, and I hypothesize that the onset of the fracture will increase the Crohn's syndrome's rate of progression exponentially. I've been trying to take a more calculated approach at finding a permanent cure for Paul's sickness, but Martin Hatch has shifted all the necessary resources into our tech division instead. I'm beginning to question his behavior. Every attempt I've made to discover a cure has been met with Martin's red tape. Just between us, I do start to wonder if Martin even wants Paul to be cured. I've looked into Martin's past. He began working for Monarch in 2001, but I couldn't find any records about his past or any aspect of his life before then. It's almost as if he just appeared out of nowhere. He was the only one present during the accident that claimed Dr. Kim's life. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I do wonder what his agenda truly is. Regarding your question, unfortunately, there is nothing of value in Dr. Kim's lab aside from Paul Serene's treatments and confidential files that would be of no use to your research. We will have to find another way to develop a cure. Dr. Sophia Amaral, head of research. As we know, we intercepted an email from between Hatch and someone else that points to them being the traitors inside Monarch. And it definitely looks like Hatch is definitely working against Paul and everybody. Beth Wilder replied to Jack. Okay. So familiar to Fiona Miller from Beth Wilder. 5:22 a.m. regarding Jack. Beth, they're saying that William and Jack Joyce have both been detained. Did you manage to get to William first? Did he reveal the location of the countermeasure? You said you could get Jack out of there. What happened? Interesting developments over here with the team focused on the university op. I managed to dig through an old email correspondence between Paul Stern and Dr. Kim. The content of the message, it was very cryptic, but before he died, Kim was running some kind of tests from his lab, and William's research and the device related to this were somehow connected to what he was doing. Did he know about the countermeasure? I think I need to get into Kim's lab and find out more, but that place has been on restricted access since he died. Not a lot of choice, though. If Jack and William are in custody, then the lab may be our only lead left. I'm just not sure how to do it. I'm sure as hell can't just ask somebody to let me in there. Alright. From Beth to Fiona. Fiona, William, Joyce is dead. Our only shot stopping this thing is Jack. He can lead us to the countermeasure. I still believe that. Serene got to Jack first at the university, but too much heat for me to intervene. He's beginning to move to ground zero. I'm following the convoy there and will rescue him once his transport is past security checkpoints. Not gonna be easy, but it might be our only shot. Keep Charlie Wilcott distracted so he's not looking over the security feeds. My cover won't last much longer. You need to be my eyes on the inside. I agree. You should check into Dr. Kim's lab and let me know if you find what you find. I know gaining access will be difficult, but with the gala tonight, you might have a window. You might be able to steal Dr. Amaral's key card. I'll contact you once I'm on the other side. But we know Hatch isn't working with Beth, so Beth and Fiona are working separately. There's a whole slew of traitors at Monarch. Hatch is working with people with his own agenda, and then Beth and Fiona are working with their own agenda too. And then Jack Joyce here is just caught in the middle. So once we go that way. What the hell is going on over here? Elephant something, huh? I need those to upgrade. Yeah, that one was too far, I missed it. Alright, so let's go to our upgrade menu. Diaries and upgrades, okay. Time stop. Extra activation. Increase blast radius. Cost 1, cost 4. Oh, okay. Cost 4. Points 1. So, activation using time dodge. This time vision. Using time dodge and time rush will temporarily reveal enemy positions. Alright, guess I'm buying that one. Is there a way to get on top of her? Nope. You can only climb on certain things, son. Okay. There's a laptop over here.
Yeah.
Jack, you have to understand that Will forced my hand.
What the hell happened to you?
There's no use fighting.
You killed him!
Using my Windows phone.
Explain when the time is right. You'll meet me tonight at the Monarch Gala.
Gala, time's ending and you're having a fucking party.
Because when time ends, my plan...
We do this now. I'm not meeting
Yes,
you at...
you are. I've already seen it happen.
Seen what? What's this all for?
Goodbye, Jack.
No!
Okay. That's okay. So, see Martin Hatch to Claire Clarice over. I think this is the one that Martin is working with. So I've been thinking about Liam Burke. I know you've worked closely with him for a while now, and he's been useful, but there are assignments we can't use him for because of his insufficient security clearance. For instance, having to keep him in the dark about much of what will happen at the university, about the stutters we're expecting, about where it'll lead, make him a far less effective field operative than I prefer, and cause quite a bit of logistical difficulty. Given that he's going to be part of the operation, and frankly, it feels like wasted potential. I'd like you to consider the possibility of bringing Burke into the fold. He's completed most of the striker training, and even though he didn't finish the program, he made an impression on me as a tremendously capable asset. His service record is exemplary, and he has a well-earned reputation as somebody who gets things done, no questions asked. By the same token, I would love to include Burke in our long-term plans. We could use a man like him in our corner, and I could deploy him far more efficiently. Let me know what you think. Alright. Martin. Clarice, I understand why you consider Mr. Burke an asset to our future plans. Unfortunately, while he is an exceptional individual, he is less suitable for the kind of duties you have in mind than may be immediately obvious. I'll explain. Yes, he's been trained as a striker, but Mr. Burke was disqualified for good reason. The men we have chosen to be strikers have strict physical requirements and certain moral flexibility and the kind of killer instinct that you have to be born with, cultivated to a fine degree. A ferocious knack for survival, Mr. Burke certainly has those qualities. He wasn't disqualified from the striker program because he lacked them, or because he couldn't wrap his head around the technical aspect of the operating technology. In fact, his performance was exponential, so exceptional. So I fully agree with you that he's an impressive operative. But strikers, by their very nature, have to be made aware of Project Lifeboat and its purpose, at least on a general level, and that means they have to be able to accept its implications. Unfortunately, Mr. Burke has a deep attachment to his wife, and the fact is that even if we brought Mr. Burke in, that wouldn't guarantee a spot for her in the program. To be blunt, we don't need any more nurses, and we're already at capacity overall. We need Mr. Burke, but we don't need his wife. Mr. Burke would never accept that, particularly now that Mrs. Burke is pregnant. Therefore, it is vital that he doesn't understand the nature of the scope of the threat we face. As for having him play a role in other aspects of the future deployments, I suspect that despite his seemingly immoral nature, Mr. Burke may have other qualms he's not consciously aware of. If he ever has to truly make a choice between conflicting loyalties, he may take a stand on principle and elect to act against his own best interests. That's not a chance I'm willing to take. So, given the very recent events of the dry docks, I now see exactly what you mean. Clearly, you were right about Burke's loyalties being more fickle than they appear. Of course, we have plenty of unanswered questions about how it came to this. To begin with, I don't see why Burke would be involved with Joyce. There's no way he did it out of some kind of altruistic urge. There has to be more to it. We know Burke didn't divert Joyce's transport, since the whereabouts at the time are accounted for, so there has to be somebody else involved too. I'm looking into it. So those two are planning something. Joyce are planning something. Rebecca and Fiona are planning something, and Jack here is caught in the middle. Looks like everybody's working against Paul Serene, so it kind of sucks to be the villain when everybody's trying to fuck you over. Right now we're at ground zero. Nope, can't see in the truck. Alright. I think this is all story stuff. Okay. That's just one email. Alright. From Charlie. Nick Masters to Ground Zero Opal. So I looked into this Nick Masters guy. In short, he said he's a sad little joke. I don't even know why we're wasting time on him. He used to be a pretty promising football player. He actually got drafted by the Rexes, which I guess you can consider an achievement if you give a shit about that sort of thing, which I don't. Not that he ever went anywhere, because he messed up his knee in a car crash on the night of getting the news, and that was it for the big career. There's no police report on this, but looking at the social media at the time, it seems like he was out celebrating pretty hard, so I'm pretty sure he had no business getting behind the wheel of a car in the first place. In an apparent attempt to prove the universe runs on irony, he now drives a cab, license and permits check out. He's got 8 unpaid parking tickets and a couple more for speeding, pretty much what you expect. No relatives except his father, but the old man is Old man's in the hospital and pretty much dead to the world from what I can tell. Looks like Master's on a dozen different dating apps with very limited success. Big surprise. And he seems to be seriously into weird conspiracy theories and bullshit like that, only without the usual crazy racist frothing at the mouth. It's all pretty dumb, but surprisingly entertaining. I'll be honest, I don't think anybody... Hey, you guys deal with him however you want to. That's your business, Charlie. The problem with Charlie is, like, he's a stereotype of a nerd with power, right? Like, he's so condescending about other people's life choices that it's almost unbelievable, because these people like this don't get to be as old as Charlie is and still be that big of an asshole without somebody putting a fist through their face. SMG. Without a shotgun. No. I got good weapons here. Oh, I don't have that many bullets for this. Okay. Oh, that's not that many bullets either. I'll just pick up weapons as I go. Sounds like a better idea. Oh, there it is. I missed a lot of these when I first played through. Here, a helicopter. Down. They see me.
Sir. Paul.
Wow.
Don't.
You just dropped a boat on me? Fuck out of there while you can, dude. Holy shit. Okay.
Holy shit!
That is the correct response to this.
Come on!
Wow. I don't think I can get through there. Okay, so... what the fuck am I supposed to be doing here?
Okay. Focus, Jack.
Okay.
Focus.
Problem is, like, their arrow looks very close to like the Y button too. Oh shit! Shit just fell on me. Okay, so here we are.
Okay. Focus, Jack.
See, the arrow looks like a Y. Okay, let's get through here. Oh my god. Ooh, if I'm lucky that worked.
Stutters were getting bad. He's shifting back and forth without warning. At the time, I didn't think it could get much worse.
But we both know it did.
Why the fuck did I go this way?
That's gonna hurt.
Oh my god. I got through there, damn it. So where I need to go? Okay, I see. So that's on the other side of that wall. That's why. All right.
Okay. Focus, Jack. Focus.
Oh, come on. It going up kills me? You're being a little bit too touchy with this shit.
Okay. Focus, Jack. Focus. Stutters were getting bad. Just shifting back and forth without warning. At the time, I didn't think it'd get much worse.
But we both know it did.
I did not hit the right button. Hit Y instead. So back through this all again.
Okay. Focus, Jack. Focus.
Crash. Go.
Stutters were getting bad. Just shifting back and forth without warning. At the time, I didn't think it'd get much worse.
But we both know it did.
Not really do anything.
That's gonna hurt.
Whew. Okay. Okay, I could have easily got over here. What am I doing? I'm getting up here. That's what I'm doing. Can't go that way. Alright. Shit's tipping. Okay. Follow the yellow.
Need to get the hell out of here.
Oh shit, Sherlock. Holy shit.
Jesus! Cutting a little close, Jack.
Okay. Let's go
It's like a
here.
goddamn maze in here.
Yellow. Yeah, the key marker in this game is yellow. Come on, where the fuck am I supposed to go, guys? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, yellow, yellow.
Okay.
Follow the
Keep
yellow.
going. No, not again.
God damn. What the fuck? Really?
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck got me. But this shit's collapsing and these guys run into that. They're either fucking stupid or blindly faithful to follow those types of orders, man. I don't care who you are. No human being, even in the military, like, oh, go into that falling ship right now and go kill Jack Rose. How about we let it fall and then we see if we can kill him? Okay. I think I'm about to explode now. Where the hell is he? Look at that. Got him. God damn. I think that's the shit happening all at once.
Beth had been on her way to meet me. I expected she was frozen somewhere up there, by the side of the dry dock.
Okay. Whoa, shit. That's scary. Let's not go that way. Alright, that's where I need to go to get out of here. Let me just make sure there's nothing else I'm missing. Something over here. Ooh, something right here. Oh, ammo. Okay. Nothing to climb. That's nothing to climb. Alright. Mind hurrying the fuck up?
My exact words were don't do anything stupid.
I've never been a great listener.
Well, time to start. Get in.
He doesn't trust you.
What if I don't trust you?
Exactly.
Don't shoot me.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm taking the van.
Well.
Thanks for not listening to me back there. Ow. You want to stop time from breaking down. And thanks, by the way, for the +1 in the back seat. Starting to feel like a goddamn babysitter.
She scares me, Jack.
Yeah, she scares me too, dude.
Am I
played my music. Deal with it.
Oh yeah, I turned off the licensed music so this can get streamed and put on YouTube. So that's why you didn't hear anything. But that's nice of them that the creators wanted people to stream the game and make videos of it, so they put an option in there to turn off the licensed music, because the director of Remedy, the guy who designed the game, picked out the songs very specifically for it, but knew that it was going to end up breaking some of the experiences. So I think the turning off licensed music thing was maybe an update they did to it later on. Because streaming was big when this came out, but it's gotten way bigger now.
What led you to the swimming hall?
Oh, Will said there was something important in his briefcase. All I found was a key with Bradbury Swimming Hall, the chain. Only lead we had. I guess this is it.
What was your brother doing in this shithole?
Perfect place to hide something you don't want found.
Dun dun dun.
I think it's time you tell me what you know.
Frame rate
I know your brother built the one thing that can stop the fracture. I know we're meant to find it, and I know Monarch doesn't want us to.
And yet you're wearing their uniform.
I like the way their pants fit.
I agree.
Trying to create a cover to gather information. You've known about this for a few hours. I've been preparing for it for most of my life.
You weren't aware that William owned the place?
There's a lot I didn't know about Will.
Yeah, he's my estranged brother I never talked to.
And fast. Things will get worse as the fracture progresses. And Monarch will be turning Riverport over looking for you.
Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything on the outside. I could always be wrong. Why is there a cap here?
Okay. I'm gonna find another way in.
Do we?
How you holding up?
I've been better, but at least Monarch's feeling the heat. I checked online, big anti-Monarch protests going on all over the city. I took some crazy pictures to fuel the fire, man.
Just hold off on posting anything for now, okay? Key doesn't fit.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
We shouldn't stay out here.
Yeah, no shit.
There's no way in over here.
Up there. I can grab that once I get up top, but that is something I need. So I can upgrade. What do you gotta say to me?
Any ideas how to get inside?
The whole building's falling apart. There's gotta be an opening somewhere.
That's clearly something right there, because that is a... Oop, what's that there? Thank you. Because that's the device that was in his other lab. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Jump. It's only I can jump far. Get up there. You can do it, Iceman.
Hey! Think I found a way in.
Well, I need to get on the roof, though. Alright, so we're in. Oh, wow, here's something.
Alright.
Okay. So I got 2. Cost 4. Cost 4. Time dodge, increase focus. Focus time triggered by aiming with illustrating and immediately after using time dodge will last longer. Recover from damage faster while within the time shield radius. Cost 1. Increase time blast radius. Alright. But recover, which I don't use the shield that much, but turn around Jack with the time shield is active. I do use this quite a bit though. Alright, focus time. Triggered by aiming with left trigger immediately after using dodge will last longer. Alright. And recovery.
Something you want to say, Nick?
Work for Monarch. Have you ever heard of the zip code theory?
The zip code theory?
Okay. What would you do if I told you that all of Monarch's plans may be centered around the numbers 01122?
I would go on living my life, probably with slightly less respect for you.
Hear me
Oh,
out.
cool, yeah, I can't get out here.
2010, 1999. Both years show up in Monarch files. Minus 1999 from 2010.
Remind me why I saved you?
Whatever. I posted the theory on a forum and already got 13 likes.
Ooh,
I thought
13
the
likes.
man just texted me. Can I text him back?
No.
Just
It's probably not Matt.
No.
Smiley face?
No.
Damn it. These stutters aren't going away.
Wants me to go. Can I go over here at all? Nope. So, let's drop down. Something there.
Will had used the building to hide away his personal items.
Let's
Okay,
see.
May 17th, 1998. This is William Joyce.
What the hell were you doing here, brother?
First animal test of the machine.
Time travel
prototype
experiments with
using my
rats?
trusty pet mouse, Schrodinger, in order. Wait, he's gone.
Schrodinger.
Where'd he go? Shit. Come on, Schrodinger. Come to Willie. Come on, come on, come on. You're okay. You're all right. You're all right. Okay, finally, we're sending Schrodinger into the machine clockwise through the corridor, which will send him 5 minutes into the future, meaning he will reemerge exactly 5 minutes after he enters the machine. It has now been 3 minutes. No sign of Schrodinger. This is a very good sign.
So the video took him 5 minutes to go through?
Okay, so yeah, turns out he just kind of sat inside the corridor for 5 minutes, took a shit on the tubing. This reveals a very clear flaw in my test.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay,
That's
the machine
hilarious.
is warming up again. Should be able to activate test number 2 in around about 5 minutes and 15 seconds. It's now clear the only quantifiable test will be travel to the past. The machine is
Yeah.
now calibrated to send Schrodinger 5 minutes into the past, which means that he will now be traveling counterclockwise through the corridor, and when he comes out the other... Holy shit. Holy shit, it worked. This is clear proof that it's... what I'm now looking at is a future version of the same mouse that has successfully traveled 5 minutes into the past. Schrodinger, meet future you. Ow, ow, fuck me.
$12,000 moving bill. You must have hauled a lot more to this place than just some old boxes.
Repeat discrete moving services. No questions asked. You pack, we move. Man, I wish there was a moving company like that. Moving dates: March 1st, March 28th, 1999. Workshop of William Joyce, 821 Industrial Lane, Riverport. To Bradley Swimming Pool, 261 Bradbury Street, Riverport. Finding William Joyce. Special instructions: extremely delicate boxes. Contents are confidential. Packed boxes not to be inspected. Picked up and dropped off only. Shipping 17 truckloads over the course of 17 days. Holy shit, that's a lot of stuff.
You owned this place since 1999?
Swimming pool deed. Well, I put all of your paperwork regarding the purchase of the Bradbury swimming pool in this folder. I knew you lose track of the documents otherwise. I've made sure that the purchase can't be traced back to funds from your research grant. I don't know what you're up to, and it's not my business to ask, but we've known each other long enough for me to say this. I trust that you know what is best for you, but I can't pretend that I'm not concerned. Your career is showing much promise, and your recent actions feel like a drastic turn in a direction I can't begin to understand. I kept my promise, and I haven't told Jack or anyone else about this, but he's worried about you, even if he doesn't know how to show it. Jack hasn't heard from you in months. He needs you, your attorney and friend, Allison Cunningham, March 29th, 1999. But it was clear, like, he was the estranged brother, but Jack didn't talk to him.
No wonder you were always coming up with crazy shit.
Because he was smoking the weed. Ooh, look, there's this.
We need to keep our contact limited from this point forward. I'll find you an account of...
Is he on the phone? Yeah, he's on the phone. Or maybe not.
And we're back. This is Bobby Radford with the latest. We got an official statement from Monarch Solutions, and it's just what you'd expect, really. You know, your typical slick, mealy-mouthed bullshit. I'll sum it up for you. As far as they're concerned, the whole thing was some kind of an accident with the premature demolition. Some lives were tragically lost due to that. They're investigating. Essentially, they're saying, no comment, don't worry about it. Nobody has access to the site right now.
Probably sound like some guy that's in the Division radio.
Thing is, there were a lot of people there. Some people I know personally. Seems to me a lot of folks ain't answering their phones now. So what's that mean, huh? I think it means that we...
Okay.
They got lots of lawyers, so I'm not saying anything other than this whole thing stinks to high heaven. I don't understand it, but I can smell a goddamn rat. This shouldn't be happening. This is Riverport, USA. Call me up on the phone now. I want to talk to you.
Nothing else up here. I'm coming.
Working on it.
All right, Let's take a look around. Down here.
About time.
This note. It's directed at me.
Beth, play.
July 4th, 2010. Beth Wilder, I'm addressing this video to you. You told me to stay away from my workshop, but I couldn't just leave it there. I went back to get it, and the entire place is a disaster zone. The countermeasure, gone. Taken. Shit.
What the...
Safe, empty. I just need to know you have it. Because if it falls into the wrong hands, its power is immeasurable. Our future, our entire lives depend on it. This can't all be for nothing. You know where to find me. Please, hurry.
2010. Holy shit.
What was that?
You recorded that for me in 2010? What the fuck? He said the countermeasure's gone? It's not good. We need to figure this out. Let's keep looking.
July 4th, 2010. Beth Wilder, I'm addressing this video to you. You told me to stay away from my workshop, but I couldn't just leave it there. I went back to get it, and the entire place is a disaster zone. The countermeasure, gone. Taken. Shit. Safe, empty. I just need to know you have it. Because if
Help me push this out of the way.
its power is immeasurable. Our future, our entire lives depend
Jack, your brother addressed that video to me. I've never met him before in my life.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, it sounded like he thought you had his countermeasure.
I wish. But he said it was stolen on July 4th, 2010. Somebody took it.
Okay, hang on one second. Alright, that's just my phone ringing. Seattle City Light wants to install new meters or something, but doesn't concern me.
But I'm hoping this place will help us figure out who.
Okay.
I'll give you the honor of pressing the button.
Maybe I don't want to press the button. Oh, something right there. Got it. Okay. What to do is push the button.
Is that?
Yeah, I think so. Second time machine. This
Dun
changes
dun
everything.
dun. Some big fucking.
If we can get this
time
thing
machine.
working, then we don't need that countermeasure. We can change everything. What if we stop the fracture from ever happening in the first place? We can go back to yesterday, undo everything in the past before it happens. Nobody dies. Paul doesn't go through the machine. Monarch never exists. I mean, the fracture never occurs.
Jack, wait. Let's think this through. Not how it...
I can go into the machine like Paul did at the university. I helped them set it up. Then we activate the core, put the corridor in place, and set the date. I can do it, Beth.
I'm not so sure we can do this without the countermeasure. But you're right. We'll need the machine.
Right. Let's start with the core.
What the shit?
I saw some kind of visions of this machine in his workshop. He must have hid it here.
What is this? A goddamn spaceship?
Okay, core controls. Where are they?
Alright, well first we're going to go upgrade stuff because I have 3 points available. I want to definitely increase the blast radius. Alrighty.
These schematics are all in Will's writing. He did all of this. Built everything.
Monarch was made aware of its existence shortly after it was completed. In 1999.
1999.
They believe it was destroyed shortly after. I imagine Will wanted to keep it that way.
The schematics for the countermeasure spanned 11 years, 1999 to 2010. In itself, that wasn't strange. But the guy built a working time machine in 2.
Okay, is this just one email? No, it looks like a few. He's been talking to Beth. Dear Beth, Will enjoys July 5th, 2010. Where are you? It's gone. The countermeasure is gone. What happened to it? Call me immediately. July 5th, 2010, 3:01 p.m. Where are you? Have you taken it? It's not safe in the open. You don't understand the power of this device. I dialed the number you gave me in case of emergencies. You aren't answering. What's going on? I'm freaking out. Still trying to call you. Fuck, call me. Email me. Something. I can't sleep. Please call me. The number you gave me is now disconnected. Where are you? Hello? It has been a year. I still haven't heard anything. You know where to find me. I've given up hope that you're still listening. I'm not sure why I'm writing this. Maybe to get some closure. You changed the course of my life when you entered it. I spent over a decade devoted to your cause. I sacrificed every relationship I had, pushed away everyone I loved, all in the name of a lie. There is no threat coming. There never was. I have to force myself to believe this. It's the only way to move on. It's the only way to pick up the pieces and start over. This is goodbye. I've seen it. The cause of the fracture exists. It's here. Are you still out there? Okay. Beth, the time has arrived. It's here. Everything you warned me about is about to come to fruition. Please give me a sign that you're still out there. Put my mind at ease. Tell me that you have the countermeasure. I'm losing my mind over here. I spent years trying to convince myself that you were wrong all this time and that I built the countermeasure for nothing. I tried to move on, pick up the pieces, but now I have seen the proof. Pulsarine brought me into advice on an experiment at the university. Exact replica of my own design, but with key flaws in the calculations. Just like you said, if they activate this machine, then the fracture will occur. Now, how is this possible? How have they followed my design so closely? Somebody's been watching me all this time, haven't they? Somebody is orchestrating this, all of it. I'm being followed. At first I thought it was paranoia, but it's true. A man has been watching my every move. I secretly took his photo, ran a search. His name is Liam Burke. He works for the security division of Monarch Solutions. I first noticed it weeks ago, but this could have been going on for years. What does he want? What does he know? How is he connected to this? I need answers. I don't know who I can trust anymore. I don't know who else is involved, what they want, and why. I need to hear from you. I need to know that I'm not alone in all of this. If what you once told me is true, then the onset of the fracture may be inevitable. But I can't simply stand by and allow it to happen. Not until I know the countermeasure is safe. That's the last email. Okay.
Okay. Gotta figure out where to start. Where are the core controls?
The 24.
Hey, Nick.
What the hell am I looking at?
The time machine.
Fuck off! That was totally my second guess. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. I mean, of course I'm gonna take selfies with the time machine. It's a goddamn time machine. But I won't post anything.
Physicists on the Rise article. Reports physicists on the rise, June 4th, 1987. Dr. Joyce and Dr. Meyer became household names earlier this year when their paper on the proposed existence of Chronon Field became...
research grant in 1997. He'd successfully built the time machine by 1999.
Suck is talking.
But the results scared him. He never told a soul.
Meyer became household names earlier this year when their paper on the proposed existence of Chronon Field became one of the most hotly debated theories in the quantum physics community since the Higgs boson. Talking about the boson collider there. William Joyce, born and raised in Riverport, wasn't satisfied with simply being part of the discussion and decided to actively research for proof. His proposed research led him to obtaining a highly prestigious Harold Steinberg Fund, which an estimated value of $150,000. Dr. William Joyce is officially the youngest recipient of the Harvard Steinberg Research Grant to date. While the specifics of his research proposal remains confidential, it's likely that Joyce aims to demonstrate clear proof of so-called Meyer-Joyce field, as well as a potential application for the manipulation of this field. A research timeline has been established with milestones that point to early 1999 as the period when the research will be ready for public viewing. We will continue to follow William Joyce's story as part of our Report Rising series. How did you convince, like, you had a theory about the Chronon Field. How do you convince people to give you money for the shit? Alright. So remember this thing.
It says the time machine core needs to be reset.
Great. What the hell does it look like?
A round thing in the middle. I think.
What's this? Is the key?
The corridor. It's key activated. Will's key. I can't activate the core till it's reset.
Alright, so let's go fix a time machine. Do 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 do. So you got something to say to me?
You said Will built a countermeasure. What makes you so sure this isn't it? The time machine.
He said the countermeasure was stolen. The machine is still here.
Hey, it looks like I can reset the core from here.
Are you sure you know what you're doing there?
No clue.
Yep.
But I did help Paul set up the machine at the university.
Which then caused the fracture.
Look, Will knew the calculations were wrong. I'm hoping that means he knew what he was doing here.
So Will, why don't you say something and get them to change the calculations?
We have to test it. The core. That's what we set up first.
This could actually be the key to finding the countermeasure.
We'll see. It's still reset.
Basically, I bet you, since we're doing time travel here, we go back in time and we steal it.
The core is reset. We need to activate it from the control booth.
I think the control doohickey's right here.
Yeah,
Here goes
I just
nothing.
hit the button. How's there so much tension on it with it? It's like on a table.
It's fine.
Just a black hole. Don't go near it.
It worked. It actually worked. Okay, we activate the corridor next.
Jesus, look at that thing go!
Thank God.
Whoa! Did you guys see that?
Will's key to
Yeah.
key to a time machine, and he left it in the trunk of his goddamn car.
That's my brother in a nutshell.
That didn't sound good.
Fuck. Let's just hope it still works.
Find anything back there?
No,
Still stuff
nothing I
over
can
here.
make sense of.
Okay. Parents killed in a Riverport car crash. This other thing is like the slider here. The white part is not the slider; it's the light gray part, which you'd actually have that in reverse. I don't know who designed that, but that's really poor design. But all right, back to this article. Parents killed in Riverport car crash article. December 22nd, 1999. Parents killed in Bradbury car crash. Holiday cheer is in short supply in Riverport community as of Bradbury after a tragic car crash claimed the lives of a married couple, Anthony and Catherine Joyce. The accident took place within walking distance of the family's front door on Princeton Street in the early afternoon. Catherine Joyce, who was driving, lost control of their car after a collision with another vehicle and crashed into a utility pole. The other car left the scene of the accident. The Joyces were both well known in Bradbury area as prominent members of the community. Last year, they were recognized by the mayor for their charity efforts, particularly in the Riverport Multiple Sclerosis Walk they have organized every year since 1993. The couple left behind two children, the promising young physicist Dr. William Joyce and Jack Joyce, still underage. Candlelight vigil will be held for Anthony and Catherine on Sunday to unite the grieving families, friends, and community during the time. So William is older. I thought William was the same age. There it is.
All right, that's it.
So I got 2 upgrade points now. So what's this? Cost 4, cost 6. Cost 4, cost 6. Cost 4, 6. Cost 6. Cost 6. Okay. Do. Anything that I can use here? Toilets. Okay. What's this? Oh, date input.
No.
What?
God damn it. I don't know. We were so close. I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah, like hell you are. You saw what happened. Something's wrong with the machine.
We don't know that.
You're not trained for this. Anything you do is gonna make it worse.
But neither is you.
Right.
Stop. I'm trying.
You lost people. You're angry. I get it. But this is bigger than us. We can't fix the machine. But I might know somebody who can. Sophia Amaral.
The Monarch scientist. I saw her video near Ground Zero.
Serene's head of Cronin Research. She'll be at the Monarch Gala tonight, but security's airtight. She'll be nearly impossible to get to.
Unless I have an invite. Paul told me he expected me to meet him at that party.
Something tells me that was not a friendly invitation. Jack, no.
So let's go to the party. We meet again. That's the end of Act 2. Which means we get an episode. Since it's done loading. So we found a second time machine. I'm pretty sure we go back in time and eventually we take the countermeasure that William made back in 2010. That's why it goes missing and nobody can find it. It's interesting that Beth Wilder's talking to William back then, but even though she doesn't know him, but I'm pretty sure it has to do something with when we go back in time. But now we went to the gala. We're meeting up with Paul Serene, so we can get some insight on how to fix the second time machine, which Paul doesn't know about, so we can go back in time and fix this. Maybe we'll figure it out. This should be the decision point. It's interesting that like the TV show is the villain's point of view, and the game is the hero's point of view.
The future used to be so clear when I was reliving the past. Once I caught up to the moment I had left, that ended. All I've had to go on since then are the plan and the visions. I knew Jack would come to me. I'd seen that, but I didn't know why exactly, or how it would end.
There he is. You were right.
My visions of the future aren't always clear, but they don't lie.
Speaking of lies, Joyce is saying he's discovered his brother's time machine.
Uh-oh, so now you did. What'd you tell him?
Years looking for it, and he finds it in less than a day?
Does sound unlikely.
Still, we know it's out there somewhere. We don't know what his brother managed to tell him.
If
Why'd
he
you
really
tell
has
him
located
that?
the machine, why would he come here and tell you? Smart Money says he's trying to play you.
Maybe, but the machine is out there. It's in our interest to find out where. If Jack knows, I have to talk to him.
So I guess this is where I get to control.
Dr. Joyce could have provided the answer.
Knowledge made him a liability.
Is that angry young man going to cooperate any more than his brother did? You remember Jack as a close friend, but that clouds your judgment. Don't make this personal.
It's not.
Watch who you're talking to,
Don't
motherfucker.
forget why we're here tonight. After what happened, our people need reassurance that we're in control. You're the man who could win them over. Let me handle Joyce, so you can concentrate on your speech.
I know what's at stake here, Martin. The mansion was an extravagance, but it was useful for events like the Gala, and it deflected attention from our nearby R&D facility.
Huh. I think that's it. It's just this computer.
Mr. Joyce is waiting for us down below.
Let me check my email, man.
Dr. Sophia Amaral had taken over our Chronon research department after Dr. Kim's accident. She was the only one who could treat the Chronon syndrome.
Okay, to Sophia Moreau from Eric Cross. What happened to Dr. Henry Kim? Sophia, I realize this may not be a welcome question, but I feel like I need to ask. I knew Henry Kim very well. I went to school with him, and he was actually my husband's best friend, my husband's best man for my first marriage. Unfortunately, when I moved down to Florida, we didn't manage to stay in touch. Let's just say that life took me into an unexpected direction. It was a very welcome surprise to hear from him when he was recruiting new people. And I'm glad to say we hit it off again. We spoke on the phone a lot. He came over to meet my wife, and well, it was like old times. It could have been awkward, but it wasn't. Henry was like that. You can imagine my shock and disappointment when I heard about his death just a week before my own employment at Monarch began. We didn't get to work together the way I had hoped. Now Marek has been very good to me, but his death has been eating at me. I know it's something people didn't want to discuss, and I understand that there are some confidentiality issues. However, having recently been cleared for some of the more sensitive chronon research, I now know that the story has become something entirely different. I am not blaming anybody, but for my own peace of mind or sense of closure, I suppose I'm wondering if, given my new security clearance, you are in a position to explain how this came to pass. I should add that I brought this up with Martin Hatch in no uncertain terms that I should drop the matter. Given that, I'm taking something of a chance talking to you about it, but I feel like I can't let this go. I'll understand if you aren't allowed to discuss it, but I am more than a little scared and upset. I hope I can rely on you, on your discretion either way, Erica. Okay, Sophia responds. Erica, first of all, my condolences and apologies. I didn't realize you had a history with Henry, and frankly, I wouldn't have promoted you into this position had I known. If you would be more comfortable working on something else, I can make that happen, no questions asked. To be clear, I'm not talking about a demotion. I mean a comparable senior position in another department. You're correct in the fact that that is a very sensitive topic, but given your current security clearance, I can tell you what I know. Unfortunately, I don't know much for the past 6 months. I myself have been trying to work out what happened, but I haven't made much progress. I know Henry was working late in his lab, and there was some kind of chronon particle surge. Of course, we know that exposure to large quantities of chronon particles can result in physical changes. Paul Serene is an example of that. His first exposure resulted in his extraordinary abilities, and the second exposure caused his progressive condition. In Henry's case, that exposure transformed him into a chronon disrupted wave function subject, or a shifter. It is, of course, clear that Mr. Serene and Henry's condition are essentially the same thing, if Mr. Serene's case hasn't progressed as far. However, it's not all clear how Henry could have been exposed to such a powerful dose of chronon particles, particularly as the lab area itself underwent none of the temporal changes we have come to associate with such an exponential event. None of the containers on the scene had remotely even enough chronon particle capacity for such a high dose of, and furthermore, all of them were intact and accounted for. In short, we don't know where these particles could have possibly come from. I'm not surprised that Martin Hatch was unwilling to discuss this. He was the only other person present in the lab when the accident took place. But I don't know why he was there or what happened, and he claims to have no memory of the events. Despite this, Martin somehow managed to contain Henry in an artificial zero-state field set up in the lab. I am unwilling to speculate as to how this could possibly have happened. Suffice to say that I have many questions about the events myself. I think about my offer, Erica. You're first-rate scientist, and I would hate to lose you, but I would absolutely understand if you wanted to change departments. Please give my best to your wife. It was lovely to meet her the other week, Sophia. So pretty much Martin Hatch did something to that points too. I touched my orchids. Why are you touching my orchids, man? My orchids. You don't get to touch my orchids. Oh, Martin Hatch, but not here, huh? Come in. So Martin Hatch is working against him. Beth Wilder and William Joyce were working against him, as well as Fiona. And Jack Joyce is now working against him. And, like, your life sucks.
What are these doing here? We should be set up by now.
It's all on schedule. You're micromanaging again.
Don't even twitch.
And here you are.
I had to see the lifestyles of the sick and traitorous up close and personal.
I'm going to my car first.
How do you want to deal with this, Paul? Paul.
Just thinking about a road trip I took a long time ago. In a car far less comfortable than this.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. Paul, what should we do about Joyce?
I'll move and I'll figure it out. Alright, there's nothing else going on, okay. Time to make a decision.
I could still try to reach Jack and make him see reason. Or I could let Hatch deal with him so nothing would distract me from leading Monarch.
Alright. Hold to show business, okay?
I believe that with hope comes miscalculation, and as you and I are well aware, Mr. Joyce, with miscalculation can often come catastrophe. And that leaves me with you, Mr. Joyce.
But my old friend would be a lost cause. Dead and buried, along with the rest of my past.
Tonight is a celebration in face of darkness. Tonight we celebrate because I promise to you that we are prepared.
Monarch would grow stronger with my presence. The plan would go forward as intended.
Interesting.
Up into the past. I tried to change things.
Answer me this question, Bo.
I once trusted Jack more than anybody. It was my only chance to make him understand the truth.
The fuck do you mean nobody got a look at the shooter?
Without me there to give the speech, my empire would start to crumble like a house of cards.
Okay. Since I played through this before, I want to go back through the achievements and see which one I chose last time. So I want to make sure I choose the other one. I want to say, I think I chose the business route. Make sure, oh, quantum ripples, emails, stop and go, focus aim, get 10 headshots. Okay, I want to say, last time I probably did the business one.
Martin, I'm afraid you're gonna have to cover for me at the speech tonight.
All right.
Yay! All right,
Jack
cool.
and I have a lot of catching
You
up
and
to
me.
do. Yeah.
And his personal connection with Jack. Yep.
I've seen where this leads. I've been to the end of time, and I've escaped it, all the way to 1999, when it all started. I've tried to change things, but by trying, I only made them happen in the first place.
Dun dun dun. Friends. Dog and 2 of your friends agree with your choice. 57% of the community agreed with your choice. Alright, let's see. Personal, everyone went business. Always like these in very narrative games where like you have a choice and they give you the stats on it. And now, time for the episode.
Monarch has been preparing for it. There's this thing. It's called a lifeboat protocol.
I say it's really
It can
well
save us,
produced.
at least some of us.
You've been the face of Monarch for all these years, Martin. But let's get clear on something. This is still my ship.
You're not thinking clearly.
I really wish they just let him use a British accent. I mean, it sounds so much better for this guy than having him do this American accent. It sounds so weird.
Anyone who might implicate Monarch.
Fuck you.
Bullet to the head.
We just lost communication with Jack Joyce's transpo. Find him.
Step away! Right now!
Liam, this isn't what it looks like. No. No! He's gone.
We need all points converged on Liam Burke. He's armed and dangerous.
Yeah, so like, he's an Irish actor, so he would have an accent. His American accent, I'm sorry, I don't like. I wish he just had kept his normal accent. It's high controls. Episode 2, Prisoner. Apparently, something turned the researcher into some type of weird thing. That's where Paul's heading towards.
The treatments, they're losing their effectiveness.
Fine.
No, I need to work on something new.
I want to say the original trailer, she was probably an actress in it because the original trailer had a completely different
I've been running tests
actress casted,
on the temporal
and she may have been a
anomalies.
bigger character there because I believe remember seeing her being frozen
when it
and then her getting pulled out.
At least consider that maybe you misinterpreted something.
Do I need to turn on subtitles?
Jack knows where William's machine is. I have to go talk to him. Martin can handle my speech.
Martin.
Sophia. Thank you.
Yeah, this was shot differently. Yeah, she was originally cast in the original story because there actually is a prologue episode that never aired that was tied to what they were originally doing, and then they actually didn't have a script for this show until like probably a month before they started doing shooting for it because they had to finalize how they're doing the game. And games take years to make, so they literally change things all the time. So you obviously can't
I'm just not. I'm not
make
really
a TV show
drinking a lot, I guess.
at the same time with the change stuff in the game. I think originally
Yeah.
Martin Hatch was not a big character, and he didn't become a bigger character until later on.
I do. Uh-huh. We had I had to deal with some internal affairs.
Internal affairs. Oh, you're just gonna leave me hanging?
That's Fiona.
Well, yeah, it's internal.
Charlie.
Okay.
Okay.
I helped catch a traitor today.
Traitor. Was that what all that commotion was about?
Yep. That was me.
Who was it?
I mean,
Who was it?
Who's the... Who was it?
Yeah.
I can't,
What?
I am not at liberty to discuss this.
Well, you just brought it up. It's like, well, monarch drama.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna
This
have
Charlie
a
guy's done a lot of
game on
TV.
that.
That's where I've seen him before.
This time.
Probably seen him in True Blood. He's been on a lot of the CSIs, Long Wire,
Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom.
iZombie.
I'll leave you hanging here. For real.
Okay.
Go mingle.
Mad Men,
Drink a little.
Prison
Okay.
Break.
Alright.
Looks like he's a major TV actor. Is that Phil the Future? Yeah, he's in Phil the Future.
Thanks for the gun.
Dr. Emerald?
Martin, I need your help. He listens to you. Paul.
Is that so?
I
Doesn't
think we're
seem
in
like
trouble,
it.
and he doesn't see it. He refuses to.
I can't imagine why.
I know you and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but I know you care about Monarch. You care about what happens. And if we are reaching zero state, something has to be done.
And what is it we could do?
You know what we could do.
Truth is, Sophia, it's not really a matter of whether or not Paul will listen to me. It's that I will listen to you. I find your approach to matters rather counterproductive. Filling Paul's head with your constant alarms, distracting him with petty doomsday scenarios. I mean, if I'm being honest, I rue the day he gave you a modicum of function in this company.
Damn.
Because you said, I care about Monarch. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare for my speech.
What is it that you're so threatened by, Martin?
Your feminine allure. I think it's gonna kill you, itch. Run.
Do I look threatened to you?
I'm the evil Dave Chappelle, motherfucker. He does look like an evil version of Dave Chappelle. Just dark, just a little bit darker and a little bit more muscular.
Make it look good.
That's exactly what he wanted to have happen, huh?
Hey, you're Crocker, right? Hey, Crocker! Crocker!
Using the same phones they use at Microsoft. Don't shit your pants.
Come on, Crocker! Crocker! Come on, Crocker!
And you would know how to get your hands in front of you, dude, with your special forces.
Oh my god.
Over there.
Where?
The woman with the necklace. My money is on that.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
But
It's a shitty costume jewelry necklace.
Down there talking with George Clooney, wearing his nice cufflinks, chatting about stocks.
Richard, where the hell have you been?
Didn't have my invitation.
Oh my god, you're always losing things.
I'm not losing anything.
Drama.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's going for it. Bam. Told ya.
Oh. Why am I losing
You owe me a
so bad?
sword. Drink.
I don't think I
No,
can.
rules are rules.
Rules are
Rules are fucking rules. You owe me
She's
another
just getting him
sword.
drunk.
Okay.
I'm doing it. Oh, I actually hate olives.
You can do it, my man.
Thanks for
Do
the
it.
encouragement.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Just wish I wasn't losing so bad.
Do you want to go for a walk?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Somebody thinks he's getting laid. He totally is not.
I'm taking mine too.
Crocker. Hey, buddy. Crocker! Burke! Crocker!
I want to tase your ass.
Hey. Burke, listen, if I have to come in there, you're gonna fucking regret it. Listen, this is just a big misfucking understanding. I'm gonna be out tomorrow. I will put in a good word for you. I will help you climb this ladder. All I'm asking is please let me take a fucking shit.
Shit
Go
your
to the
pants,
back
dude.
wall. Thank you, man.
Dude.
Thank you so much.
You're such a shitty cigar. I would tell them, like, go shit your pants. And when they come, I say, why'd you let him shit his pants? Like, you said not to let him out.
Back up slowly. Yeah.
Let's take the gun off the guy, too, dude. Well, a conveniently placed map of the island.
So you don't mind that we left, do you?
I mean, I wasn't really excited about going in the first place.
Okay, why'd you go?
I think because somebody twisted my arm.
What the fuck is that?
Kind of looks like a dinosaur wearing a helmet.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Hey, where are we?
I saw that in the
allowed to
game.
be out here?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. All right.
I like his coat.
So what would
he
you have
he has
been
like a
doing
nice
tonight
wardrobe.
if we didn't go?
Her wardrobe,
if I hadn't gone
on
to
the other
the
hand, looks
party
kind of
with you?
shitty.
Well, I would have canceled all my other really important plans.
Ah.
And I would have gone back to work.
I think maybe you work a little too much.
Yes. But
against it.
well, no, I mean, it doesn't feel like work.
To be honest, like he's dressed nice for a party.
being wired
She is
in.
not. I feel like she's wearing what she's wearing when they talked in the office last time.
You work all the time. In fact, you're there most of the time I'm there. So, do you think you work too much?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, no. I guess. Yeah. I love work.
Hold it right there!
Shit!
You little fuck. Hey, all you had to do was let me in that perimeter lab. You turned on Monarch. What was I supposed to do? You have no idea what's going on, do you? I need to get in that lab. There's something in there that I need.
The lifeboat protocol.
Dun, dun, dun.
You work with Beth Wilder. I've seen you before.
You know her?
So does she.
She's the reason I'm here.
Oh, you weren't gonna get laid. So betrayed, don't you, for Charlie? Actually, the Charlie character is actually even better than Paul Serene or Jack Joyce. Because most Jack Joyce stuff is in the video game. Paul Serene has a few scenes here, but Charlie is probably the best character, or
The gun's still
probably the
necessary.
biggest role. Probably one reason why he's top billed on the IMDb page.
Come on, hurry up. You're a very kind person.
Keep the gun on him, dude.
It's right up here.
Oh, right. I got it, guys. I got it. I guess you guys can't do this. It's a special talent I have. Glad it's so celebrated. You're welcome.
You let him hold on to his phone, dude. He can call for help.
Is this it?
I guess that's a shifter, and that's Dr. Kim.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Don't let it out.
Grown undisrupted life form. Extremely hostile. Only ever heard of him.
Life form.
It's Dr. Kim.
So, how's it going?
The
Sorry I
second
killed your brother.
machine. Where is it?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You came there saying I found the second machine. You can't play this game, dude. You literally walked in there and that's what you said.
I've been to the past. I've tried to change things. Undo mistakes. Only to find there's no changing the inevitable. Time is just one closed loop. No matter what I do, you and I, we always end up here. And no matter what I do, time ends.
I think you've lost your fucking mind.
Booyah.
My mind is intact, I assure you. The memory, however, it's stretched. Like you've seen too much. All of it blending into one. Apart from a few fragments of memories. One in particular. You and I, 11 or 12 years old, when we found that vagrant.
There's no way these two guys are the same age.
And when I arrived at the past,
Like, I know Paul's seen some shit and his hair is kind of starting to go gray, but like, it's very clear these two people are very different ages.
But my presence startled him, and he fell, same as before. Anything I try to change, it just triggers the same event. We keep seeing that body.
Oh wow, Sean Ashmore has a twin brother.
I'm not turning my back on the human race.
See? Born 1979.
At this point, they're a necessary sacrifice.
And he's born 10 years later, dude. 10 years earlier. 1968. 11 years earlier. So it's like, dude, there's no way these guys are 10 and 11.
Will refuse to believe the inevitability of what was coming. And he became an obstacle.
Answer me this question.
The color balance and the lighting on this is really weird because like it's as if they make the eyes pop so much, but everything else be really dull. And I feel like it's done as an artistic thing, and it doesn't look right. 'Cause everything in this scene is very cyan and pale and pasty, and then those eyes pop.
When you're ready to cooperate, I'll be here.
Like in the game, Paul Serene looks like they could be the same age because he had no gray hair and whatnot. He looked younger. Here, the actor looks totally older.
Who was he?
He was my mentor from college and then here to Monarch. I was in a bad place and he kind of turned me around.
Got it. Sort of. I mean, it's a ghost file. It's And then a mass deletion. Somebody was here. We got, Cronin Field Regulator.
That would be the
Wait,
countermeasure.
hold on. Holy shit, this is Dr. Amaril's report.
What is it?
The stutters, they're increasing in frequency.
What's a stutter?
The more frequent the stutters, the more indicative of a fracture.
Okay, and what's a fracture?
Of time. Zero state, it stops, and it doesn't start back up.
And the lipo protocol could save us.
I have no idea. But the Chronon Field Regulator, it is the core of Monarch's time tech. Everything is based upon it. And it has something to do with the lifeboat.
Right, being held hostage.
No. This way. Don't. No in the blinker.
Fiona!
The lab is stutter-proof. Stay here.
Stutter, where are you going?
Our Chronon is up here. We need him.
Because he was trained as a striker. So if you don't sit there and read all those emails, there's a lot of shit in the series here that you would not quite understand. Like, why does he know how to do this stuff?
Holy crap. Put one of those on! Charlie!
Dude, he took the shit and left. Why didn't put one on her either?
Let's go! Go this way! Go!
Dun, dun, dun. End of episode 2. Alright, and that is the end of our stream for now. So, thank you for watching. And next time, we'll be streaming the third thing. There's 4 episodes of the TV show, so we're halfway through. But we will see what happens next time. Thanks for watching, and catch you later. Hopefully next time we'll find part 2 of Time Knife. I'm hoping that whole screenplay is in there. Alright, catch you later, guys. Bye.